Alan McGregor didn't believe in luck. He believed in facts, figures, and the cold, logical world of antiques, his life's work. Relics from the past, each with a silent story, were his trade. Magic, curses, fate, fairy tales. Or so he told himself. Until the attic. Alan stood alone in the dim attic, dust particles swirling in the faint beam of his flashlight. Despite the summer air outside, a chill crept up his spine. He had inherited the house after his mother passed, but had put off going through her things for years. Now, with the creaking floorboards underfoot and the heavy silence pressing in, he regretted waiting this long. Why was the attic colder, darker, and more unsettling than any other room? Alan pushed aside cobweb-covered boxes, hoping to finish quickly. Before we continue, please subscribe, hit the like button, and click the notification bell for more amazing stories to come. Then his gaze fell on a small drawer in a worn wooden dresser. Something about it tugged at him. He opened it, the hinges groaning in protest. Inside, faded letters, dusty coins, forgotten jewelry, and a small, carved figure. He held it up to the moonlight, streaming through a crack in the roof. It was a chess piece, no taller than his finger, carved from smooth, pale ivory. A grim-faced knight sat astride a stern-looking horse. Alan's heart quickened. Why had his mother kept something like this? The tiny knight seemed to stare back at him, its eyes fierce and accusing. "Just beautiful," he murmured, echoing a phrase he faintly recalled his mother once saying. But was beauty the reason she had hidden it away? A cold draft swept through the attic. Alan shivered and clutched the figure tighter. The silence around him felt heavier now, almost expectant. Had he just awakened something long asleep? He shook off the feeling and pocketed the piece. "Just old junk," he told himself, laughing weakly. The sound echoed hollowly in the dark. As he descended the creaking stairs, the ivory knight nestled safely in his pocket. Alan couldn't shake the feeling of being watched. Days passed. The unsettling feeling faded. Life returned to its routine. Alan's antique shop in Ines bustled with tourists and locals alike. The ivory knight lay forgotten in a drawer once more. Yet sometimes, in quiet moments, Alan would glance at the drawer and feel a chill whisper through him. A vague sense that he'd overlooked something important. One rainy evening, while sorting inventory, he opened the drawer to grab a pen. And there it was, again the knight. He turned it in his fingers. Under the lamp's dim glow, the figure's eyes looked darker, deeper, almost alive. Why did it feel like this knight held a secret? A secret meant for him alone? On impulse, Alan snapped a photo and uploaded it to an online antique forum. "Anyone recognize this?" he typed casually. He leaned back, sipping tea, skepticism intact. Then the notifications started. Replies poured in, frantic and amazed. "Where did you find this? Impossible. Looks exactly like a Lewis chessman." Alan frowned. He quickly searched the term. Dozens of ancient ivory chess figures filled the screen. Fierce, haunting, unmistakably similar. Could his mother's odd little knight truly be part of something so rare? He contacted experts. Soon, Dr. Elizabeth Carter, a renowned historian, arrived at his shop. Her eyes lit up as she examined the figure under a magnifying glass. "You have no idea how important this is, Mr. McGregor." Alan swallowed. "Tell me." She looked up, awe in her eyes. "It's one of the Lewis chessmen, lost for centuries, priceless." She explained in the 12th century, chess traveled from Arabia to Europe, through Sicily and Spain. The Vikings, trading across the Mediterranean, brought it to Scandinavia. The Lewis chessmen are among the first European-style sets. The Arabic elephant became a bishop. The whole set reflects the beginning of a uniquely European chess tradition. Alan listened, stunned. Why would my mother have it? That, Dr. Carter said, is the real mystery. Experts had searched for missing pieces of the Lewis set for years. One had just been sitting in his attic. Its value? Estimated between 600,000 and 1 million euros. News spread. Collectors, reporters, and curious locals flooded his shop. Offers came pouring in. Life-changing sums. And yet, Alan hesitated. Each time he considered selling it, something held him back. Guilt, fear, the sense that the night was watching. At night, when the shop was quiet, Alan would find himself staring at the drawer. At the night, its carved eyes seemed to judge him. Could he really sell it? Would that silence the unease? Or unleash something worse? Finally, he made a decision. He traveled to the Isle of Lewis, hoping to understand the piece's origin. To find peace. Days later, he stood before the National Museum of Scotland in Edinburgh, the chessman trembling gently in his palm. Elizabeth Carter met him at the entrance. They're waiting inside. Are you ready? Alan hesitated, looking down at the figure. Its eyes no longer seemed fierce, just tired, pleading. He nodded. I'm ready. Inside, curators greeted him with reverence. Carefully, they placed the knight among its ancient companions. Alan watched as the set looked complete once more. Relief washed over him, a sense of rightness. And yet, as he turned to leave, Alan paused. Had he truly ended it? Or had he just set something else in motion? Binding bonds through beautiful tales. Thank you for watching.